Nightwing, Will Friedle. You know him from Ben 10 and the Legion of Superheroes, our Red Robin, Yuri Lowenthal. And from Arkham Origins and the regular show on Cartoon Network, our Batman, Mr. Roger Craig Smith. So guys, our voice cast, give it up for the voice cast of Batman. So, this is a little bit of a different kind of Batman. We're doing a all-ages Batman. We're doing a G-rated Batman. Sorry. Roger, what are the challenges for doing a Batman for younger audiences?
I don't know if there's any challenges. I mean, it was phenomenally well written, so for one, there you go. Yeah. There was no foul language. You did a great job of not doing that. No, I think the character can sort of come to life in so many different forms. We were talking about this earlier, and so there's no real challenge other than just trying to stay honest to whatever it is that you've given me to work with, and whatever Wes, our talented director, asks of me. So not a challenge. I think at its core, at his core, Batman believes in doing good, so he's a good character, and therefore, you know, making it more accessible, not a challenge at all.
Yeah. Yuri, you've done big characters, you've done small characters. What are the challenges of doing, like, the big premium characters versus smaller, lesser-known characters?
I love it, because I grew up with these characters, you know, in one form or another, so every time I get to play a character like this, like Robin, you know, this version of Robin, there's so many Robins, you lose track. But, you know, it's just, for me, it's another little, you know, check off my nerd list of characters that I've got to play that I grew up with that I love, so thank you, Heath.
Oh, please,
thank you, Wes.
My pleasure. It was so exciting to get such a great cast. Yuri actually texted me when he was going to record. He's like, "We're finally working together." And I was like, "Oh my gosh!" It was so,
and then he said, "I can't be at the record. I'm out of town." I'm like, "No!"
I know.
So we get to be here today together.
Well, on that, Will, this was unusual because you guys actually were all in the same room recording this.
Unfortunately, we were all together. It's a wonder we got anything done.
Can you talk about that experience? That's a unique thing.
It is. I mean, DC and you know, WB really likes to record the whole cast together if they can, because we really play well off each other, and you get more when everybody's sitting in the room. Unless it's these two guys, then it's a lot harder to work with. No, it's great because you're playing off other actors as opposed to sitting in the room by yourself, which is, you know, a lot more difficult as trying to imagine what the other characters are going to be like as opposed to when they're sitting right next to you, which is a heck of a lot more fun too. I think.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it is really fun. I mean, it's a pretty raucous group.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I know we're going to have to take some questions, but before I want to flip it on you. Heath.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Tell us what it's like writing something like this. I mean, and you're a nerd too.
I'm a huge nerd. Oh my gosh. Well, I wanted to capture that sense of the Silver Age Justice League of America. You know, like those were the books that I just sort of clicked into. That they all the villains run off, and then they got to split up, and they got to go get those separate guys. And I just thought that was so much fun, and I just wanted to share that excitement that I had as a kid on the screen. So that was really fun.
And I love it. Must have been a challenge, but I love the way you have stuff in there, you know, for more of a family audience, but also for some of us who have been. I mean, Ace Cum gets me every time.
Oh, Ace!
So Ace. You know, you got to know what to do.
Can I ask been with us? Why did you name him Ace?
Because Ace is the Bat Hound.
Yeah.
He's named for Ace the Bat Hound.
Not Fido.
That's for old school.
No, it's very old school.
I should have known that.
You guys, I hope you have some questions for our amazing panel. I'm going to ask you to line up right here behind this microphone. We only have like 4 minutes, so we maybe have time for 3 questions.
4 minutes.
So,
take
right
your
here,
responses. You ask quickly, we'll answer quickly.
Tell us your name. Oh, we have 7 minutes. Wow. All right. What's your name?
Hi, my name's Judy.
Hi, Judy. Go, Judy! Judy, your question.
Do you feel it's kind of hard to voice the action portion, since it's kind of like you guys getting hit and hitting other people?
That's a good question. How do you voice action?
Take it.
It's just, well, sort of like that, actually. It's just fun. I mean, you feel, it's actually the silliest portion of the recording, because you're an adult human standing in a booth by yourself, and you're just going, you know, with a bunch of other adults going, yeah, no, try it again, no,
Now, did you get hit in the stomach? That sounded like you got hit in the face. You in the stomach?
But the reality is there's differences too. And you don't think about it, you just get, and they'll go, no, more stomach. And you're like, oh yeah. As opposed to, in the face. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. How about the shin? The shin? There you go, yeah. Good question, Judy.
It's a good question. All right, who's next? Right here. What's your name?
My name is Trent.
Trent.
I was wondering if we'll ever see Ace again.
That's a really good question.
I see Ace behind you, actually. Is that Ace the Bad Hound behind you?
That's a really good question. If we get to do another one of these, it would be really cool to see him riding around on that motorcycle again, right? That was really fun. Were you surprised at that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a cool surprise, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought so too.
I want more Ace. I want more Ace.
Ace is awesome.
Ace is a good boy.
Trent, thank you so much for your question.
You're welcome.
Good work.
Thanks, Trent.
See, there's Ace. You guys
Ace.
see because
There's Ace.
Ace.
Hi. So my name's Ada. So Heath, you were
Yes.
the writer, correct?
I was the writer,
Okay.
yes.
So as a female veteran and a writer myself, I have a question. Did you even consider putting in a female hero?
It's a great question. I would have loved to see Batgirl. I would have loved to have gotten to play with Wonder Woman. I would have loved to have had him in this one. We didn't get a chance to do it for this one, but maybe if we get a chance to go revisit it, we can do that. I think it's a great suggestion.
Thank you.
Thank you for your service.
Hello, my name's Neil, big fan. Will.
Yeah.
Feeny call. Well, anyways, thank you. You guys all did DC characters in the past.
Yeah.
What challenges and obstacles did you guys face doing different characters for this movie?
Whenever I do, like I said, because I grew up with these characters and love them so much, there used to be a certain amount of pressure that I would feel like I gotta do it right. And then I had to give that up because you can never do it, exactly the way you think is right. And you just gotta trust, that the writing is great and that the director will push you in the right direction and that they hired you for a reason that you can't fully comprehend. So yeah, but I'm always proud to do it.
For me, I've had people ask all the time, what's it like, that kind of thing. When you're in the booth, I don't ever want to even imagine that it's like, you're about to voice Batman, because that's how he would come out. It's over, Joker! It's too much pressure, and so it really just comes down to doing the work and trying to concentrate on whatever Heath's creative vision is for this version of the character and what Wes asks of us and what all the creative people involved. It's a massively collaborative effort, and we get the little lucky part of kind of getting to go in and sort of goof off behind a microphone and call it work, but really it's everybody kind of steps up and goes, right, this is what we are envisioning for this version of whatever character you're getting to portray, and you just focus on, all right, I want to do the best job that I am capable of, and hope that you throw that little vocal piece against the wall and it sticks.
I agree, especially with something like Batman. There are so many different versions that you really do want to sit together with the writer and the director and all your other actors and really get a sense of the vibe of this particular Batman project that you're doing. This is very different than Batman Brave and the Bold, which was very different than Batman Beyond, which was different than Batman the Animated Series. So you want to make sure that you are with your whole team and you're kind of sitting down and figuring out what we're going for. And we did with Heath and Wes. We all kind of got together and it's like, all right, we're going very light. It's going to be family oriented. And it all comes down to, I remember Bruce Timm telling me at one point, he said, there should always be a Batman for everybody.
Yeah.
And that's the way it should be. And this is, I think, the one right now where you can really sit down with everybody in your family and not have to worry about what you're going to see. Lots of action and no violence, which is what I think is a good way to go about it.
I'm the only one up here who hasn't played Batman before. I'm feeling kind of
You'll get there. You'll get there.
All right, next question.
Hey guys, I'm Denise. You were all great in the movie. My question is, I love Nightwing and Flash, and I think this is the first time I saw them together. Was there a reason why you picked this particular cast?
Romance.
The little cute little romance. We got the romance. It's always fun when there's an interesting dynamic between characters. And in this, we just had these two characters who happen to be the same age, who we decided, what if they don't necessarily like each other? What if they don't get along until the end, and then they're buddies at the end? So it's always fun when you can throw some of that stuff in there, like the surprise of seeing Oliver Queen at this big party, and you're like, well, of course Ollie's there. It's a big party for big rich people, and so he happens to be there, and him and Bruce get a little look at us, we're rich. And then they're like, okay, we're really superheroes. Like, what's going on? So that was a really fun moment. But thank you so much. I'm glad you liked that.
That was Charlie Slaughter, by the way, the wonderful voice of Flash.
So
did an amazing job.
Hi there. This will be our last question.
And this is for
so sorry.
How did you prepare for your roles?
That's a good question.
I spent at least 6 years in a bat cave. I don't know you guys is. No, you know, thankfully with having done Arkham Origins and that kind of thing, there was a little bit to kind of draw from having done that. But again, it always kind of you approach it fresh every single time because it just depends on what Heath wants out of this and what Wes asks for, and so there's no. I try not to overly prepare for.
Yeah,
too much.
like I said, I hope there's a good reason that they cast me and that that I just trust them going in.
Yeah, I think it also depends, again, it goes back to style. You know, some of the styles are going to want kind of that 60s or 70s romp where the acting may be a little bit bigger as opposed to, like an Batman animated series where everything was very real. So it depends on which kind of project you're on at the time, which is going to kind of dictate how you're going to go about acting the character.
You guys, thank you all so much.
Thank you.
I need Judy. The people who ask questions, I need Judy, Trent, and Neil. We have a poster for you guys. You guys have the best questions. Good work. Judy, Trent, and Neil. Good questions. Thank you all so much.
Thank you guys.